come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land.
All aboard.
We have ignition.
Welcome, foolish mortals.
Oh, look at all the people.
He better start the show rolling.
Permanecer sentados, por favor.
It's gonna be fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 222 of Word on the Main Street podcast. I am one of your hosts, Sean Lords.
And I'm Brian Lords.
And we have a show for you today, if I remember correctly.
We do.
Yeah. I believe it's Tuesday night, and so we're recording. So
Our episode rhymes with pew, pew, pew.
It does. Pew, pew,
In
pew,
honor
two,
of-
two, two. Genre of, what did you say?
I said in honor of
Oh,
stormtroopers.
Okay. Awesome. Perfect. Well, before we get into today's episode, we do want to thank the people that presented this episode, all enchanting ears, Mr. Billy Schirkenbach and Yvonne Paradise. Thank you so much for your contributions. We very much appreciate it. It helps us do stuff and buy stuff and be better and do better. We might even get a website soon.
Whoa.
So I don't want to prematurely announce that, but I just did.
So premature.
But that's not set in stone. Depends how much time
Premature
we have.
is better than immature.
That's true. Very true. So, well, I don't know if that's true, but thank you guys. If you guys want to present these upcoming episodes, you can do so by joining us at buymeacoffee.com/WOTMS and becoming a member. You will get access to some stuff. In fact, I think we need to record some stuff for this month, but we have a lot of fun, I think, on our, backstage episodes or whatever
That's
you want
right.
to call them. The
supporter shows.
the churro shows, the supporter shows. But yeah, go become a member, and this could be presented by you. And then, of course, we want to thank our beautiful, talented sponsor, Getaway Today.
Absolutely. And you guys are going to want to keep your ears open today because there are some changes, at least one change, and we will get to that here in a little bit. But if you guys need to get away to the Disneyland Resort, you can do that. Make sure you contact Getaway Today for all your travel needs. They do a fantastic job making sure you have the most magical trip possible. So if you want to get a trip booked with Getaway Today,
Which
here
you do.
is what you do. You do. Whether you knew it or not, you now know. But here's where the change comes in. I was contacted by Getaway today, and I didn't stutter. They contacted me today. Just want to make sure I get that out there. But apparently, if our promo code starts showing up on any of those websites that stockpile promo codes, their guidelines require a change in promo code. Guess what happened, folks? It ended up on some of those promo code
One of
websites.
you leaked it. Leaked it.
Or some hacker picked it off of something. Who knows? But anyway, our promo code has changed. So if you are a Getaway Today user and have used our promo code in the past, you've heard it 221 times at least. If you've heard it once, that our promo code was one thing, it is no more. Our promo code is now Main Street Pod. That's POD, as in podcast 10. Main Street Pod 10. It's all lowercase, the number 10, no spaces or anything. But just so everybody's clear, that has changed. So if you're telling your friends about us and Getaway Today, make sure you update them on that promo code info so that they can have the correct information. But if you are getting a trip booked, you can visit them in their office in South Ogden, Utah, online at www.getawaytoday.com, or give them a call at 855-GET-AWAY. That is 438-2929.
And of course, that $10 that you get could get you a free, count them, free, a free galactic churro over at Terran Treats. I have it on good
Nice.
authority from someone who was just there that it is delicious.
No, good to know.
She had mentioned it tastes like a Dole Whip, but in churro form.
Ooh.
And so go get yourself one of those on the house. On the house if you book with Getaway today. I feel
Why
like
is
we
it on the house?
because they get $10 off. It's basically free.
Oh, you mean that kind of on the head? It's not like up on the roof or something.
No,
okay.
no, not like
I was
Santa
just
Claus.
wondering why the churro was on the roof.
No, on the house, not on the roof. But you know,
The
I feel
roof's
like
on the house.
I feel like we've made it. You know, our promo code was swept away and put on a retail website.
Yeah,
I feel like
we're
we've made
big
it.
time now.
Yeah, I feel like we made it. So yeah, like Brian said, Main Street POD, like the band from the early
Oh,
2000s.
wow. That's throwing it back.
10. So you know, when you're at Disneyland, you act like you're youth of the nation.
Oh my gosh, have you been prepping this all day?
No, I just thought of it when you said POD earlier.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah, so.
That takes me back to high school.
So yeah, boom. That was another reference for you folks that are old enough. But anywho, this week at the Disneyland Resort, Thursday, July 15th through Wednesday, July 21st, Disneyland is still going to be open from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. DCA is open 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. And Downtown Disney is open from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Everybody's got to be different.
Nobody can be the same. It's I think it's a rule that everything has to close an hour apart. So fun fact that might not be true. That's a rule. So no events happening yet, but we'll talk about some things coming up a little bit later. As far as closures, Winnie the Pooh, like we said, is currently closed until July 23rd. I think it's just, I mean, apparently they didn't do all the refurbs during the year-long closure, so they closed it down earlier this month, and it will reopen on the 23rd. So Disney Monorail, still not open, not sure when, as far as I'm aware. And then Finding Nemo Subs is supposedly opening winter of 2021.
Oh,
which
wow.
is this year. So once it's a little cooler out, they'll stuff you in the warm sub with the dirty diapers and the BO and the farts and stuff like that. So winter, you'll be able to warm up that way. And then California Adventure, Red Car Trolley is still unknown. Mickey's Philhar Magic should be reopening on Disneyland's birthday, July 17th, with a whole new Coco scene, like we had discussed, I think, last week. And then World of Color still is not, there's no set date for it. So yeah, that is what your week at the Disneyland Resort's gonna look like. So if you're gonna be going there, feel free to enjoy. Feel free to send us pictures and let us know how your trip was, if there was anything weird and unusual or strange and unusual, because we ourselves are strange and unusual, and we like to know about that stuff. So yeah, so that is this week at the Disneyland Resort. Have a lot of fun if you're going to be there, or you can join us in wishing we were there, since we probably won't be there this week.
That is true.
But yeah, that's it for that. Let's head on over to Brian's Trivia Corner, where the trivia is in a 90-degree angle. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Brian's Trivia Corner. It is literally in a corner.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is once again trivia time.
Whippity dippity ding dong skippity. How about that one? How about them apples?
There you go. For some reason, what you just said reminded me of what the heck was that movie? It was a Netflix original with Will Ferrell, Eurovision.
Oh, that movie was funny.
I never finished it, but part of what you were saying reminded me of that "Ya Ya Ding Dong" song that they do.
I love that song. And Volcano Man.
Yeah,
Volcano Man.
I never finished it.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah, my former manager kept telling me I needed to watch that, but we're not here to talk about that right now. It is trivia time. Sean did his noises, whatever
Ding
that was
dong.
this time. Just reminded me of Ya Ya Ding Dong. But anyway, last week's question, if you didn't know, was what year did Disneyland debut Disney dollars? And I did get a few correct answers on this one. Congratulations, folks. It is, of course, as some of you stated, 1987. I was a year old when Disney dollars were.
Do you remember that?
I remember the day vividly. I remember thinking, I wonder how many years these will last. Didn't last.
I was surprised at how long they lasted.
They did last quite a while. I am surprised how long they went. I don't remember when they officially ended, but the
Was
question
it just
of
a few
course,
years ago?
It seems like it was like 5 years ago, maybe.
Mom still has a couple in
Yeah,
her little scrapbook.
that little photo album that she's got from one
Yeah.
of our trips.
Yep.
That is true. Well, congratulations to those of you that got it. If you didn't, better luck next time. And of course, next time is right now. The question for this week is going to be, what company sponsored the Indiana Jones attraction and presented translation cards for the hieroglyphics inside the temple? I actually used to have one of these translation cards.
I remember it well.
Misplaced it. But you may still be able to get them if you ask. I don't know how many they have left of these, and they may not even have that original sponsor on there anymore. I don't know.
Probably not, would be my guess.
But-
Didn't they reprint them? Or
Something like that. But everybody's got a phone nowadays. I mean, the service
Right.
down there sucks. So if you download it before you get in the queue,
download the
you
picture?
probably just download an image of it. So you may not even need to ask. But if you'd like one for a souvenir, maybe you can ask them, see if they've still got one. But anyway, if you know who sponsored that attraction, please let me know. Or I guess you could let Sean know if you really wanted to. I'm sure he'd accept trivia answers too.
Sure.
I know he gets a little lonely when he doesn't get emails. So maybe you guys can send him some trivia ones as well. Or you can send him requests for Sean's random animation facts and whatnot. So you never know. But anyway,
Never know.
if you need to contact me for trivia, of course, my email is Brian, that's BRYAN .wotms@gmail.com.
Perfect. And then, of course, if you want to email me, like Brian had mentioned, you can do that at Sean, SEAN.WOTMS@gmail.com. Another way you can contact us, of course, is through the phone. If you want, if you're old school and you want to dial in like an old person, 801-923-2455. Nobody talks on the phone anymore, apparently. It's all texting, but if you want to leave us a voicemail, again, that's 801-923-2455. And then if you're with it and hip and cool, if you're groovy, I think that's what the kids are saying these days. What
days are you thinking are these days?
I don't know. I saw a cartoon with some dog where they're like solving mysteries and stuff. They were kids. They said groovy and stuff like that. So I just assumed. But
those are for sure modern day cartoons.
Oh yeah, the quality was spectacular.
Quality was much better than it is today.
But yeah, if you're with it and groovy and psychedelic. Feel free to join us on the social medias, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Clubhouse, right? Clubhouse. We need to do something on Clubhouse at some point. Josh Shipley just joined our Clubhouse.
Oh, did he?
On the Main Street Clubhouse.
Nice.
So that's exciting. Former Disney Imagineer. We've got some pretty cool people in our Clubhouse. So we'll have to do something. But join us there. Otherwise, that's how you can reach out to us. If you want to support the show, like we tell you every week, the most important thing is listening to the show every week, sharing it with those that might also enjoy it, and subscribing to our amazing podcast and leaving us a review on the following platforms.
That would be Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Player FM, TuneIn, Google Play, Amazon Music, Audible, and Spotify.
Badoing. And then not sure where that came from. Another thing you can do to support us, of course, is to go to buymeacoffee.com/WOTMS. If you don't want to become a full-on member, you can just donate a churro here and there. Get an extra episode for the month, if that's all you want. So go ahead and donate some churros to us if you don't want to become a member, and that'll help us out financially, which is always grand and swell and fantastic. And then one more thing I wanted to let people know. There's a little story behind this before I tell you guys, but basically I'm on the TikToks, right? Brian's now back on the TikToks.
I'm getting a little more active.
So there was a girl on there, right? And she's making these Disney keychains. And I was like, these are pretty cool, you know? And she's like, what should I make next? So I commented, and I'm all like, hey, why don't you do Haunted Mansion? Everybody knows me. They know I want Haunted Mansion. So I put that on her video, and she responded and asked me, you know, what would I like to see on a Haunted Mansion keychain, you know? So I told her, you know, just something like "Welcome, Foolish Mortals," or, you know, "There's no turning back now," or I don't know, one of those like really nice lines. And then, you know, probably the Hitchhiking Ghosts or something, right? So she asked me what colors, and I was like, I don't know. I'm thinking like a dark background of some kind, maybe purple, black. Anywho, she was giving these away, and she said she was giving them to random people. I don't believe I was a random pick. I think she just wanted to send this to me. So she sent me her prototype of the
my goodness,
the Mickey Mouse Haunted Mansion keychain that she created.
Hey, TikTok keychain lady, I want one.
So yeah, her name's Emily. If you're on TikTok, let me find her username. It's at Emmaylee. So that's EMMAYLEEE. She does some pretty cool stuff. Pretty fun TikTok page to go follow her. But I told her, I was like, hey, thanks for the prototype. Let me talk about you on our show. And so that's what I'm gonna do. So if you guys want to buy keychains like this, or if you want to do anything custom, she's up for it. Go to Instagram and look for Bloom_and_prosper, and enjoy. So
I'm gonna have to check this out because I'm super jelly now.
Yeah, I asked her where to send people. I thought maybe she had a website, but she said just Instagram, Bloom_and_prosper. So go check her out. I love the prototype. I think it's awesome, and I'm glad I got a prototype. Pretty cool. So
you know what you just reminded me of by saying prototype?
What?
Despicable Me. Look, Mom, I made a prototype of my rocket with using macaroni. Look, Mom, I built a real rocket based on the macaroni prototype.
Prototypes all around.
Eh.
Yeah. But this isn't this is
No, that's pretty
fantastic,
cool.
So
I like it.
if I guess you guys don't have visual on it, Brian got to see it, but it's
Yep,
got
I got to.
it's got a silhouette of Ezra in a Mickey ear. The other Mickey ear has Constance, and then in the middle of Mickey's head it says "Welcome, foolish mortals." So thanks again, Emily. Appreciate it. She sent me a thank you note and everything. It's pretty nice. So anyway, that's all I had on that. So let's Sean's animation calendar fact thingy. I've only got 2, so it's not going to take very long, but thought these 2 were interesting. So we'll start with the oldest, which is Bambi, 1942. It says Bambi used many innovative animating techniques. Ground glass was used to add water and fire effects, and certain natural elements like rain and snow were created by studying film of milk and cornflakes, respectively.
Huh.
Thought that was interesting. Next one and last one is Tangled from 2010. It says the Snuggly Duckling is full of Disney characters and references. Look closely and you might spot Pinocchio, Pumbaa from The Lion King, and Lewis from Princess and the Frog. So I still haven't found Lewis, but Pumbaa's kind of a stretch for me, but Pinocchio's spot on. So if you guys want a hint for Pinocchio, when they hang Flynn from that pillar or whatever from the wall, look above Flynn and you might see Pinocchio.
Huh.
So anyway, thought that was interesting.
Quite.
Yes, quite. But yeah, let's move on. Oh, one more thing. We'll get to the main. We'll get into the thick of it here in a second. But quick update on beach towel. I'm gonna grab a winner by next week, just so you guys are aware. Yeah. All right.
The way you were just laughing reminded me of a TikTok I've seen. Some awesome dad jokes.
Oh, is it the those guys that like slap their knee and they're like
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty funny.
Yeah, they make me laugh.
All right. Finally, we're getting into the thick of it.
Also reminds me of
For
TikTok.
TikTok people. We're
feel like we need
tramping
more
through
sound
the
effects on this
bush.
show.
But anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, let's get to the meat of the episode, the corn dog, if you will. I don't think I've said that for a long time. But let's get going. So first one, we'll just go in order because I've started taking these stories from the order of their release, and I just figure we'll talk about them in order.
There you go.
Doesn't that make sense? It kind of sounds like count. Count
In like slow motion.
All right. Anywho, are you caught up on freaking Loki yet?
We were watching an episode today and we ended up having to stop early because I had to take my son to a church youth group thing. Those of you that are LDS, young men's, that kind of thing.
Yep.
But we were actually going to start working on finishing it, and then it was time to record, so we didn't. But
Just kidding.
but yeah, we've got the next episode that we're on, and then the new one comes out today, which is the last one.
Is it really the last?
So once we finish the one, we only have 2 more.
Man, I was talking about Loki with somebody. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I was talking with somebody today about Loki and WandaVision and whatnot. we were talking about like which one we were most excited for. I was saying how Loki has me wanting the next episode way more, I think, than WandaVision even did.
It is now for me.
It wasn't like that for you. Okay.
Like it was to an extent, but where we're at right now, it's driving me nuts that I'm not done with that
Yeah.
episode because I need to know what's going on. I feel like it is really starting to get good.
Yeah. Well, we boiled it down to two things, right? WandaVision, you're waiting and you're like, how is this tying together? How's this
Yeah.
all gonna tie together? And then this one, it's like, what's next? Like, what's gonna happen?
Uh-huh.
Like, what's happening here? So, just how the last episode ended, I won't spoil it, but like, I just want to know what's going on.
All I know is this is like watching a freaking Marvel movie 45 minutes at a time,
I know.
and it's driving me nuts because it's getting good.
So, Brian probably doesn't know about one of these costumes he's looking at yet,
No, not the one up on top.
but I will just say I think it's awesome that they have been keeping up with all this stuff, and they were just basically announcing a couple new costumes based on what's been released. So, Black Widow, we all know, has been released. Brian has
So
seen
good.
it. I have
So
not.
good.
But they have her white suit, which they say is called the snowsuit. So they've got her in Avengers Campus in that suit, which I think is cool. They've got Loki. We've talked about like the variant jacket. We've talked about the jumpsuit when he's captured by TVA. That's all I'll say. But another costume that I just think is so freaking awesome that they've brought to Avengers Campus is the Loki for President costume. I think that's freaking awesome. I believe that's a heavy reference to a comic. But I will say
I
that
have
the
no
costume,
idea.
of course, is in Loki. You'll have to see where it's at. You'll have to see where it comes in.
The president costume doesn't surprise me because it was in all the previews for the show before
Right.
it was released. So that's not
Yeah.
really too much of a surprise that this costume's come to pass, but I just haven't seen that part of the show yet. But I'm really close, I promise.
Yeah, so they said it was started the week, well, I think last week, the week of July 7th, is when they started that costume, and it's going through the end of July,
Nice.
which makes me sad because I know I'm not going to see it.
I think it should go through Election Day.
I would maybe after Loki ends, they'll bring him back. I hope they do because I would love a picture with that
Yeah.
costume. But anywho, they also mentioned that Eternals is coming to theaters in November. So I'm guessing we'll see some of those characters there. And then Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is likely to bring some characters there as well. So be on the lookout. I think it's awesome how they're keeping up with what they're releasing over at Avengers Campus.
Yeah.
So
I tell you one thing, if they keep doing Disney Plus Premier Access for these Marvel ones, I will buy every single one of them.
you're into that, right? Into the
I'm all about get can. I'm all about getting Marvel as fast as I can.
yeah. I have a hard time because you don't own the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to own it if I'm gonna pay $30. That makes sense. I don't know. You've got a bigger family that would actually watch it. I think it would
Yes.
just be mostly me and Colby that would watch it.
Yeah.
But I like the movie theater experience, so that's probably what
As
I'm
do
going to
I.
end up doing.
It just costs a lot for a family of 5.
Yeah, and it
'Cause
costs
everybody
not as
wants to
much
see it.
for the two of us, so we'll probably do a date night and go see Black Widow,
Yeah. Do
and
it
then maybe
soon.
buy it when it comes out. So, another announcement that I thought was fantastic: Halloween Time's returning to Disneyland Resort. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
Over at Disneyland, you're gonna have, of course, sounds like the Halloween Screams fireworks and projection show. You're
It's a
gonna
good show.
have Haunted Mansion Holiday coming back, which is fantastic. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit because I'm pretty excited. So I mean, obviously you're gonna have the decorations and everything at Disneyland. Over at California Adventure, you're gonna have the Oogie Boogie Bash. You'll have the Guardians of the Galaxy, Monsters After Dark, characters in costume, obviously in both parks. Mater's Graveyard Jamboree and Luigi's Honkin' Halloween will all be there. So that's fantastic. And then a Celebration of Coco musical thing over in the Plaza de la Familia. And then a Halloween party, of course, Oogie Boogie Bash, like we had just mentioned. So that's fantastic, in my opinion, that they're bringing that back, because the more normal I can get, the happier I am. So
I don't know what level of normal you can get to, though.
no.
I can't. I know that.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just abnormal. Abby normal. Is that what you were about to say?
I just said it.
Oh, you did?
Same time you did.
Oh, that's probably why I didn't hear you.
Probably.
But moving on, the Halloween stuff, they gave us a little sneak peek, didn't they?
Not really a sneak peek. They showed us the whole
They gave
damn
us the
thing.
whole thing.
This isn't a sneak peek.
Yeah, it's really not. So it's the 20th anniversary of Haunted Mansion Holiday.
That is hard to believe to me. Like,
It's very
I
weird.
know that it is very true, but it's just unbelievable that it's been that many years already.
It is crazy because we attended the first year. We saw it in its glory in the first year.
Yeah, we're that dedicated.
We saw it 3 years after, in 2014.
Yeah.
And then not 2014,
2004.
2004. And then we've seen it quite a few times since. Brian sees it a lot more than I do because he goes usually in November. So
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of these that I've seen.
So, just to tell you about it, if you guys haven't seen the look at it, it's the concept art, obviously, because it's a little early. But what they're doing, I think, is fantastic. They're taking all 19 years, and they're going to be, I guess they're adding one for this year. I guess it's still 19, right? Because they didn't have 2020, but it's 2001
it's
through
still...
2021. That might be 20. I don't know, but anyway, apparently they've got a new element for this year, and then they're taking elements from all the gingerbread houses before and just mashing them all together, which I think is freaking awesome. So in case you guys don't remember, let's run through these. 2001 was Monster House. I remember that quite well.
Yeah.
I loved that one so much. But you had that. 2002 was the Present House. 2003 was the Giant Oogie Boogie House. 2004 was Zero's Doghouse. 2005 was a Giant Man-Eating Wreath House. 2006, Monster Infested House. 2007, Jack in the Box House. 2008, Giant Gingerbread Coffin House.
I remember that one.
2009 was Scary Go Round House. 2010 was Pop-Up Sandy Claus House. 2011, Mimic Monster House. 2012, Jack Skellington's House. 2013 was the 13 Days of Christmas House. 2014, Gingerbread Zombie House. I remember that. 2015, Gingerbread Card House. 2016, Stitched Up Patchwork House. I bet, was that the year they added Sally? That would make sense.
That would make sense for sure.
2017, Oogie Boogie Bug Infested House.
I remember that one.
2018 Giant Gingerbread Spider House.
And that one.
I think I went to that one. 2019 Haunted Mansion 50 Years of Hauntings House. I wish I would have seen that one.
Yeah, me too. That was the year we said we were going to take a break because it was going to be crazy. Now I regret every
And
minute
then
of
you
that.
didn't get it last year.
Yeah.
And then this year is going to be Gingerbread Frankenhouse. And that might be, yeah, that's the, okay, I get it now. 2021 is just, so it is 19. But yeah, 19 elements make up the Gingerbread Frankenhouse. And I think it looks freaking cool. And I hope they make a pin or something with it on there that
That
I
would
can
be
get my
cool.
hands on. Because this is cool. And then next year, I imagine, will just be a whole new gingerbread idea. So they do have some merch that they've shown us on here that's pretty cool. It's the 20th anniversary. Very Tim Burton-esque, I might add. So they've got looks like a t-shirt, a pretty crazy pin, and then what looks like a water bottle. Is that what that is?
Yeah. Apparently a canteen by Corksicle.
Corksicle. And then if you're going to be at the park this week, well, before July 18th, they do have a 20th anniversary Haunted Mansion holiday. Jack Skellington sipper over at the French Market in Harbor Galley. We have it on good authority from someone that's there while we're recording this, that these have sold out. I don't know if they're going to restock them before the 18th, but if you happen to be there and can find one, let me know, please.
Also, there's a much cooler legacy pass holder popcorn bucket.
Yes, there is. That thing is cool. I would rather have that, I think, than
Me too, because I think the
Yes.
sipper looks weird.
it does look a little weird, but kind of cool. But
Eh,
the popcorn bucket was, I wonder if it glows in the dark, that popcorn bucket.
it looked like it could.
Yeah. Plus, it's a more normal looking jackhead
Uh-huh.
on that popcorn
There's something
bucket.
not right about that sipper.
It's the body. They got to make it big enough for you to like put a drink in there.
It's still weird.
But he looks like he's eating a little too much whatever he eats. Whatever a skeleton eats. Brains? I don't know. That's zombies. I don't
That's
know.
zombies.
Jellied brains. Is that pretty decent?
That was good.
This was awesome, and I'm sure, I don't know if Brian saw it yet.
I haven't, but I'm gonna go look at it as soon as we're done.
Yeah, so they released a new teaser for Behind the Attraction that's coming to Disney Plus on the 21st. I am very, 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 very excited for this. It is produced by The Rock, which is pretty intriguing. But yeah, they're going to go through all these attractions and tell you the stories that you don't know. It's got a lot of Imagineers in it. I think it's going to be awesome. So
Are they just moving their release schedule to Wednesday now?
is that the 21st? Is that a
Uh-huh.
Wednesday? I guess so.
Huh.
Sorry for the silence there. I was taking a drink and Brian was in bewilderment. So
It's true.
we apologize for
I
any.
don't know why they really
silence.
changed their release day.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they were finding more people watching it
Maybe. Who knows?
midweek. I don't know. But the only other thing that we've got, tickets for the Oogie Boogie Bash are on sale. They went on sale yesterday as this is being released,
Which means they're all sold out.
which means they're probably all gone. Yeah. So hopefully you
Let's
guys
be
were on
real
top
here,
of it.
folks.
What was that?
I said, let's be real here, folks.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you didn't get it, hopefully they'll release more, but I doubt it. But hopefully if you didn't get to this in time, you will be able to get in somehow. Just make sure it's legal.
Legal is good.
They're still going to have the immersive treat trails like before. I mean, the treat trails last time were like this. We're like character meet and greets now, where the character's like off in the distance. You're taking pictures. So yeah, that really hasn't changed, which is great. Frightfully Fun Parade will be in California Adventure, of course, during the Oogie Boogie Bash. So you'll be able to enjoy that. And then Villains Grove is back over at the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail. And then Mickey's Trick and Treat interactive stage production will be available. So, yeah, I assume it's all sold out.
It may not be, but I would expect that if it's not, it's going to be
see.
very soon.
So I'm on. So they released it Tuesday, July 13th in the morning. And I just got on right now. It's 9:30 p.m. at night on Tuesday as we're recording Mountain Time. And I'm in line right now.
Huh?
So
Well,
it doesn't
not
say
gone.
it's sold out. It's just saying I'm in line to get tickets. And there's about an hour wait.
Well, sounds like a typical Disney line, so
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah. So,
So it'll be sold out by the time you get to the front of the line.
probably. So, yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Any
Nice.
thoughts on anything, Brian?
I'm just super excited we're getting back to normal, getting the Halloween party going again. That gives me good hope that Christmas is going to be back to normal. Have the Mickey Christmas parade that everybody knows. Well, maybe not everybody. I know you don't do too many parades, but
Me? You're talking about me?
Yes.
It depends on the parade. I've gotten more into parades because usually they're like special parades when I go now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I always loved the
Paint the
Christmas-
Night was just so awesome.
Paint the Night's amazing.
I've got to watch.
Please bring that back permanently.
So yeah, I mean, if I'm there for Halloween, that's just part of the ticket, right? So I
Yeah.
want to see it. And then I haven't seen the Christmas one in forever. So if I'm ever there for Christmas, I want
It
to
hasn't
see it.
changed much, but I go every year that we're
Well,
there.
to be fair, I didn't ever watch it when we went because I was 14 and I just want to ride rides.
I could probably quote the whole soundtrack for you.
Let's do it right now.
Do 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 do. No, let's not. Nobody needs to hear that.
Perfect. So yeah. Were you saying something before I cut you off? Back to
I don't
normal
think so.
parades.
I'm just glad everything's getting back to normal.
Yeah.
It's nice to see the holidays coming back because it's been a long time since we've seen that. It's about time.
It is. It's about darned time. Danged time. Whatever. Anyway, yeah. So that is it for the topics of today. We definitely do appreciate you guys taking the time and listening to our show. Again, if you haven't, go follow us on social media: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Clubhouse. And of course, if you haven't, please subscribe and leave us a nice 5-star review on the following platforms.
That would be Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Player FM, TuneIn, Google Play, Amazon Music, Audible, and Spotify.
Bada bing, bada boom. That's it. So thanks again, everybody. We love you. We appreciate you. Give us your money. And I'm just kidding. buymeacoffee.com/WOTMS. But thank you very much. We appreciate your listenership. And please join us every week, every Wednesday, to hear the new word on the main street. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.